Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we are looking at Probe. This is the game of words from Parker Brothers. This is the 1964 edition of the game. There are newer ones in a loose sense. It's for 2 to 4 players, and I think this is probably going to be more adult oriented because it involves a lot of spelling. So I don't think younger players are going to have a lot of fun playing this. As you can see, this one's been beaten up pretty heavily with various markings and whatnot, but that is due primarily to age. And it's not a particularly exciting looking box, so you can see where it just has kind of generic looking things. There's a little paragraph on the bottom. I'll show it to you at the end probably. Not particularly exciting. So inside we have our rule book, which is a trifold, weird size rule book sheet. And then we have our score pad. Each one has 3 score sheets and can have all 4 players on there. If you're only doing 2 people, you could just use half the sheet. This one's obviously marked up pretty heavily, but a pretty simple score sheet. Anybody could replicate that on a sheet of paper. Then we've got the placeholders that go in front of each person. There's a 5, 10, 15, 15, 10, 5, and then 5, 10, 15, 15, 10, 5, in case you can't see those. And these are actually pretty solid plastic considering the time period. But there are 4 of these. And the cards would get set inside the slots. Now, you could probably write this out on a sheet of paper and put it in front of you, but these are kind of neat. Next is the cards, and these are different types of cards. There's 4 of these are the player cards, and then this is the pile that you would draw from. And they come in a little tray, and so do these. So each one of these has its own little tray, and it's pretty cool looking. I believe there are 96 of these. Let me double check in the rule book. Yeah, there are 96 of these cards. 4 letter card holders. The 1 activity deck with 48 cards. And 1 activity deck tray. So this tray and these trays are supposed to be here. There's 48 of these white cards, and there's 96 of this blue, tan, red, and hideous green. So we're going to just look at one of these because these are exactly the same, because these are for each player, and we'll just go through one stack to see kind of what they look like and get an idea. And we'll go through these cards as well. So we'll do that next and take a look at what the cards actually look like. And I believe this set is complete, so we should be able to see all of the cards. The back of the cards has a very mid-60s look to it, so I think the backs of the cards changed later on, but let's go ahead and see what these cards look like. Alright, take your normal turn. Okay, that's all the white cards. And again, they come with this neat little tray. So you put them all on one side, and then once you're discarding, you probably put them on the other. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. And we're going to look at the green deck, just because it'll be a good example of what type of cards you've got here. So the back of the cards look very similar to the other one, they just don't say probe on it. And like I said, there's 4 different colors. You've got the green, and then the brown, and there's a red, and blue. So get those out of the way. These cards are really nice quality, actually. They've held up significantly well for the time. And these are just letter cards. But you get 96 of them to work with. So there are, of course, going to be some duplicates, like we've had 3 M's already. And they're a little slick, so they do tend to clump together. But really nice quality stuff. Some of them are upside down, sorry. I don't think I put this away last time. As I recall, I played this probably 15 years ago, and I thought it was pretty fun. But haven't played it since then. You can find this one pretty frequently at garage sales and thrift stores. So if you're picking it up, remember you're probably going to need to know how to spell. So you might want to buy a dictionary if you're not sure. And people will use really weird words. But it was a fun game as I remember it. That's the first half, or stack rather. We got one more here. The plastic cases here have held up really well as well, which is pretty impressive. So that's the first card of our second stack. As I knock things off my table. And finally, letter S. Okay, so that's an idea of what you can expect. There's 96 of each set. They should all be identical. So that is the 1964 version of Probe from Parker Brothers. It's pretty cool. As promised, that's what the bottom of the box looks like. You're going to need the instruction sheet, and you want to make sure at least the majority of the 96 cards for each person are there, and the 40-some cards for the other one. Otherwise, it's a fun game. I haven't played it in ages, but I liked it when I did play it. And it's not that difficult. So, as you can see, you put the flats down with the letters and all that. Good time. But that's what's inside. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, links are in the description and on the About page. And we hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.